only provisional. Any drop down nose cones or bits and pieces, I don't get that information. So they're as they cross the line for me. Any changes, we'll try and bring them to you. A couple of spots of rain still falling. The track looks a bit greasy now. Hopefully all these young drivers can keep their karts on track. All up 120 kilos, including the driver. So not much weight involved. Little Vortex 60cc engine. Produces around 10 horsepower. And speed limited to 14,000 RPM. We're not going to see track records broken today. We got close in qualifying yesterday. Previous track record Vortex Mini Rock was 32.947, set by Ashton Phipps, of course, from CRG New Zealand. Tommy Hart got close to that with a 33 flat. Only a 10th off the lap record yesterday as mechanics and drivers get their head around this new MG Red tyre. The younger brother of the AZ MG Red that we used to run a few years back. Brilliant tyre. Then we went to the Dunlop tyre for a wee while. But if I'm being honest, I have to say I'm a big fan of the MG Red tyre, so really looking forward to seeing how that plays out this weekend. That sky's looking a bit ugly just above the track there. Let's hope it doesn't turn into a massive wet weather event. I want to see some good, hard, fast racing. Quite sure what the hold-up is. We've just got a couple of karts just heading to the dummy grid now. It looks like the 85 of Zach Hemphill just making his way to the dummy grid. Going to slot in behind the number 5 of Braden Watson, who's starting from P4. Hemphill will start out of 6. Every single driver in the 33 seconds for qualifying yesterday. That's how tight this category is. Of course, the event being live streamed as well. For those of you at home, welcome along if you're joining us on the live stream. We're about to get underway with Heat 2, the NZ Motorsport Vortex Mini Rock. Drivers between 9 and 13 years of age. Watch these youngsters go. They're impressive. Once again, NZ Motorsport stepping up to support a category here. One of these larger race meetings in the country. First big meeting for the season in 2024. Next along the queue will be 10th, 11th of February in Hamilton, the New Zealand Karting Grand Prix. That's always a massive event as well. Gates open. Karts are started. Here we come out the gate. Braxton Cravinger on P3. Tommy Hart from the Manawatu is going to lead us away. Then it's Seth Comey, your current National Schools champion, running the NS plate. Just tiptoeing around the corners. It's pretty greasy. Wet tyres. Dry tyres on a wet track. Third place, the North Island champion, Braxton Cravinger out of the Hamilton Club. Sponsored by Caltex Queenstown. How does that work? I'm not sure. Big thanks to Caltex Queenstown for supporting North Island champ Braxton Cravinger. Braden Watson in the pink helmet will start the number 5 kart from P4. Then it's the 2NZ of Henry Fisher, all the way from Christchurch. 3 South Island drivers in this race. 1 from Christchurch, 1 from Dunedin, and 1 all the way from Invercargill. That's the South Island champ, Nixon Cripps, the number SI. Cripps is going to start out of 10th position. Let's see if the South Island champ can move further forward. 1 more lap of warm-up, then we're into racing. Massive thanks to all our supporters. Hampton Downs Racing Academy. Supreme Kart Supplies, they're the supporters of the Rock Cup. and the KartStars series. Get them just formed up now through turns 2 and 3. Down to 4 Clubhouse. We'll get the remainder of the field condensed up behind the 2 pole sitters. At home, if you're watching the live stream, welcome aboard. Look at that. That's a fantastic looking sight. These young drivers, between 9 and 13 years of age. They're going to send him around one more time. Not quite happy with the formation. Tommy Hart really stepped up in the last year or two in the number 69 from the Manawatu. Of course, one of the Hart family. Huge history in karting in this country. Josh Hart himself, a very successful kart racer. Uncle Brendan as well, Manawatu TRC Toyota owner. Been racing karts for a long, long time. Great to see the Hart family here from the Manawatu. The newer generation, Tommy Hart, the number 69, coming through now, really starting to assert himself in the Vortex Mini Rock category. But a whole field chock full of superstars in behind. Been watching these kids develop over the last few years. Fantastic to see. New Zealand Motorsport in great shape. Now we're all formed up, ready to go. 31 drivers. There can only be one winner. Who will it be this weekend? Through 5, 6 and 7 they'll come to face the starter, NZ Motorsport. Vortex Mini Rock, 15 laps. Here we go, folks. Racing. Tommy Hart's going to lead us into turn 1. No heroics on the first corner. Can we all get through cleanly? It looks like a good start. A bit of biff and bash, but Hart's going to lead us. Comer goes to the outside. Can he pull it up? Comer's going to go right round the outside and take the lead from Tommy Hart. Great drive, Seth Comer, right round the outside of turn 2. Oh, we've got a bit of a traffic jam. Out of turn 2. A couple of karts knotted together there. Looks like we've been able to get them all going. They'll continue on their way. I wasn't sure who got mixed up in all of that. But Comer's going to lead us the first time around. Then it's Tommy Hart. The 2NZ of Henry Fisher's got himself to third. Fisher down the inside at turn 1. Fisher's going to pick up second place now. So Hart's gone back 2. Seth Comer, 2NZ of Henry Fisher. Then it's Tommy Hart. The 85 of Hemphill in 4th place. Then it's Braxton Cravang of the North Island champion in 5th. Braden Watson slipping back. He's in 7th. Jack McGrath's gone to 6th. Field spread out now. That was the 45 caught up in that second corner. Owen Armstrong. Across the line we go. Black and white flag for our national skills champ, Seth Comer. Not sure what that was for. He'll get a visit to the principal's office after this race. But he continues to lead the race. Seth Comer. Henry Fisher in 2nd. Hart 3rd. Then it's Zach Hemphill. Craven back now. Looks like the 11 of Jack McGrath's got himself to 5th place. Cravanger in 6th. Then Braden Watson in 7. Maximus Rennie 8. Addo Bailey is 9. Kahu Twilly 10. I think the rain's stopped falling right now, but the track's a bit greasy still. So Comer continues to lead with 13 to go. Then it's Henry Fisher. Fastest on track now. The 2NZ of Fisher right on the back draft now of Seth Comer. Fisher, we're looking to put a move on. The National Schools champion. So your top 6 is Comer, Fisher, Hart, Zach Hemphill, Jack McGrath, Braxton Cravanger, NZ Motorsport, Vortex Mini Rock. Living up to expectation. These young drivers never, ever fail to impress. Great looking field, starting to spread out. Just trying to keep an eye on Taranaki driver Jaden Buttermore. Up to 18th position, started from 19th, so not moving forward like we'd expect from the former 3NZ. Comer still leads. 2nd is Henry Fisher, but Fisher's the quickest on track by a 10th. Fisher's making good moves on Seth Comer. Comer just a bit wide there through the second to last corner. Looks over his right shoulder with 10 to go. Fisher in second place. Then it's Tommy Hart, our pole sitter. Fisher looking for a way past in the Luminos cart. The number 2. Hemphill looks over his right shoulder. Here comes Cravehanger on the inside at 2. Puts it in there. Oh, there's contact between Cravehanger and Hemphill. Watson sneaks up and gets another spot as well. So Watson moves forward up to 6th place. A little bit of rubbing and hip and shoulder there through turn 2. With these tricky conditions, it's not surprising. But Comer and Fisher have broken away from Tommy Hart. Then the 11 of Jack McGrath. McGrath looks very quick at the end of the chute into turn 1. Then it's Cravehanger, Watson, Hemphill, Atto, Bailey. Fascinated with this battle for 3rd place between Tommy Hart and Jack McGrath, the number 11. Hart in the 69. We go further back to the 72. That's Harrison Cunningham down in 17th place. There's a good old ding-dong battle happening at the rear of field here. Trying to see where Mason Bellamy's got to. He's up to 20th. It's a good effort. He started from 30. That's 10 carts he's passed in the brand new cart. Here we go down into turn 1. 2 wide. Watson. Atto Bailey's in there as well, trying to get past Zach Hemphill, but there's a good old scrap into turn 2. Bailey down the inside. Hemphill's going to have to settle for 8th place behind Atto Bailey. Back up front, no real change in the race order. Seth Comer doing a great job out in front. Henry Fisher head on the NASA panel, trying to reduce as much drag as possible into Death Valley. Turn 1. Jack McGrath's got past Tommy Hart. So McGrath now sets off after the 2NZ of Henry Fisher. Tommy Hart slips back to 4. Then it's Cravehanger, Watson. The 95 of Atto Bailey. The 85 of Hemphill. Kahu Twilly's got himself up to 9th place. That's a good effort from 16th. And Nixon Cripps, the South Island champ, rounding up the top 10. That's where he started. So no moving forward for the current South Island champion. 6 to run now. NZ Motorsport, Vortex Mini Rock. Great pace out in front. Fastest lap of the race that time for Seth Comer. Maybe the track's drying a bit. But Comer, the fastest person on the circuit with a 35.453. The gap officially 0.3 back to the 2NZ of Henry Fisher. The front of the group just starting to spread out. Oh, Watson's got an issue. The 5 of Braden Watson slowing down. Got past 3 or 4 people. By 3 or 4 people. 5 to run now. We're 2/3 through this race. Heat 1 Vortex Mini Rock here at the Pool and Spa Maintenance 2024 City of Sales Championship at the stunning Giltrap Group Raceway here in West Auckland. KartSport Auckland always put on a great event. Cripps down the inside of Hemphill. Nixon Cripps, the South Island champ, trying to sneak past. Just overshoots the braking area and gets repassed. So not able to hang on to that position. Comer. Oh, it's a black and white for the 5 of Braden Watson. There'll be a trip to the principal's office after this race to have a chat. So Seth Comer still leads from the 2 of Henry Fisher. Then it's the 11 of Jack McGrath. The 69 of Tommy Hart. One more back to North Island champ Braxton Cravehanger in 5th place. 6th is the 95 of Atto Bailey. Then it's Zach Hemphill. Nixon Cripps in 8th position. Watson in 9. Kahu Twilly is 10. Then it's Maximus Rennie is 11. Oh, a bit of a traffic jam. Here we go. Bit of slow traffic for the North National Schools champ and Fisher. They managed to get by with no incident past the 93 cart of Senna Wilkinson. Just struggling in these tricky conditions, the 93 of Wilkinson. So your race order: Comer, Fisher, McGrath, Hart, Cravehanger, Bailey, Cripps, Hemphill, Watson, Kahu Twilly. That's your top 10. Just in 11th, the 63 of Maximus Rennie. Then it's Louis Marnie in 12th and Riley Craig 13. So 3 to go now. Fisher looking for a way past the flying Seth Comer in the NS cart out in front, but there's nothing between them now. Right on the back bumper, the 2NZ. All the way from Christchurch. Looks to the inside at turn 2. Can he get the job done? Great move, but I think it's a gloves off now. Comer's not letting that happen easy. So Comer and Fisher now starting to up the ante at the front of field. Comer back in front. Fisher second. There's a bit of bargy going on, but it's all good, clean racing. That's what we come to see. 2 to go now. Comer crosses the line with the 2 of Fisher in behind. Then it's the 11 of Jack McGrath in third place. The 93 Wilkinson out of order. Then it's the 69 of Tommy Hart, Braxton Craving and the NI cart. 1 to go now when they come across the line this time. Comer still leads from Fisher. NZ Motorsport, Vortex Mini Rock turning it on now. They're starting to catch the rear of field. Back markers. Are they going to pose an issue for Comer and Fisher? They've broken away completely. There's 3 seconds between them and third place. Here we go. 1 to go now. Keep an eye at the front of the field. Fisher's going to look to put it down the inside. Oh, I beg your pardon. We've got our laps wrong. That was the checkered flag. I'm not sure what happened there. I think we've got our lap counting around the wrong way. So that's a race win for Seth Comer. Second's going to go to the 2NZ of Henry Fisher. Third will be the 11 of Jack McGrath. Then in fourth place, North Island champion Braxton Cravanger. Tommy Hart's going to come home in fifth. Our Pulsar drifted back to fifth place in the 69. Nixon Cripps moved forward from 10 to end up in sixth place, the South Island champion. Addo Bailey come home in seventh. Braden Watson in the 5 cart will be eighth. Zach Hemphill, 85, will be in ninth. And 10th is the 16 of Kahu Twilly. I'm not sure what happened with our race there. We had laps around the wrong way. But nevertheless, that's a race win for Seth Comer. NZ Motorsport, Vortex Mini Rock, as always, turning it on here at Giltrap Group Raceway. We'll get a couple of stricken carts off the track, then we'll get back on with it. Well, great race there from Vortex Mini Rock. Up next, though, the Robert Cunningham Construction Rotax Max Heavies. Looking forward to this one as well. Top qualifier, the number 1 NZ of Josh Bethune. Second place, Darren Walker in the number 14. 3/10 between Josh and Darren Walker. Third qualifier, Aaron Tahu in the number 48. Only 0.016 of a second behind Darren Walker. So that was pretty tight for third place. In fourth, we had Trent Ingham in the number 28 cart. Elliot Osborne will start from position 5. Then Adam Bell, the number 5 cart, in position 6. Row 4 will be the 52 of Shane Wilson alongside the 77 of Kyle Simpson. Oliver Market will start from position 9. Then the 69 of Brendan Hart from position 10. And the 75 of Josh McDonald will start from position 11. So Robert Cunningham Construction, of course the Cunningham name, synonymous with karting as well. Bob runs Cunningham Construction, of course, and sons Aaron, Wade and Mitch, all accomplished kart drivers. In fact, Aaron, the KartSport superstar, as we all know. Wade, the former world champion of karting in 2003. Now got grandsons Harrison and Alex racing in the junior categories, Harrison in VMR and Alex in cadet. So Robert Cunningham Construction, long standing in the community, Sponsors at least 7 national charities, including the Westpac Rescue Helicopter. Lots of different charities supported by Cunningham Construction. Fantastic community man. Puts all his heart and soul into his karting for his sons and his grandsons now. Out the gate they'll come. Rotax Max Heavy, led away by the 1NZ of Josh Bethune. Alongside the number 14, Darren Walker. Bethune and Walker have gone at it for a number of years now. Always great racing between these two. Of course, the 1NZ of Bethune, very hard man to beat. But it's still a bit slippery and slidey out there for Robert Cunningham Construction, Rotax Max Heavy. You're watching the live stream. Welcome along, folks. This is race 3 for the day. Heat 1 for Rotax Max Heavy. Brought to you by Pool and Spa Maintenance. It's the City of Sales Championship. Always Auckland anniversary weekend. I'd love to say sunny Auckland. Not quite this weekend. So Paul Johnson or PJ runs Pool and Spa Maintenance. Providers of customised maintenance schedules for your pool or spa in the greater Auckland area. It's the 4th year in a row that PJ sponsored this event. Fantastic to have him back on board again. You need your spa pool or your swimming pool sorted out. He looks like a bit of a pool guy as well, if you ask me. Haven't seen him in a bikini, but that's okay. That's the story for another day. Here we go, Rotax Max Heavy. Round through turn 4, clubhouse corner they'll come. Waiting for the last couple of stragglers to form up at the rear of field. Then we'll get on with it. 15 laps. Bethune 3/10 quicker in the dry yesterday. What can the wet weather throw at these drivers? They've all got slicks on. Lining up to face the starter. Revs will build up. Anticipation's high. Here we go. Lights out. Great start. Josh Bethune. Tahu's going to slip into second place down the inside at Death Valley. Oh, a couple off on the grass doing a bit of lawn mowing. And pirouettes. Here comes Walker and Tahu down to turn 2. Walker on the outside. Just cuts the nose of Tahu off. Jumps into second place right around the outside. I wasn't sure whether that was Tahu called sideways. Crossed up out of turn 2. Down into 4 they'll go. Bethune leads. 2 wide at turn 4. Walker slipping back. Walker's back to 4th now. Got a bad exit from turn 4. Bethune's going to lead us around. Second is the 75 of Josh McDonald. So that's your race order. So we've got Bethune, McDonald, then it's Elliot Osborne. The 14 of Darren Walker in 4th. Here we go, 2 wide into turn 2. Tahu's the next to that group in 5th place. Then it's Trent Ingham from Ingham Driven is in there. Then Adam Bell, the number 5. Next in the queue, the 52 of Wilson. Then Oliver Marquette, the number 13. Brendan Hart and Cole Simpson having a good old scrap at the rear of field. They tiptoe down through turn 4. But it's Bethune leads us. Second is McDonald. Then it's Osborne. The 14 of Walker. The 48 of Tahu. Trent Ingham and the 52 of Wilson having a good old scrap into turn 1. Wilson goes down the inside, locks it up. Sideways, through goes Trent Ingham and Adam Bell. So Wilson lost 2 spots and 1 foul brake lock up down at turn 1. Then it's the 13 of Marquette in 9th. The 77 of Simpson and the 69 of Brendan Hart. Of course, uncle of Tommy Hart from the previous Vortex Mini Rock race. But look at the lead that Josh Bethune's built. 2.3 seconds the previous lap. Bethune pouring on the pace. Back to Josh McDonald in second place. That gap's grown to 3.5 seconds. Bethune the fastest on track. 37.655 seconds. A clear second quicker than everybody else. Josh Bethune in the number 1. Right out in front. Out of the right kart stable of kart suppliers in Auckland here. Bethune just masterclass in these tricky conditions. Looks back down, knows he's got a decent gap. We're going to push on regardless. 11 to go for Josh Bethune. Then it's the 75 of McDonald. The 57 of Osborne. Then the 14 of Darren Walker in 4th place. The 48 of Tahu will be 5th. Adam Bell is 6th in the number 5. Then it's Trent Ingham in 7th place. The number 28 cart. 13 seconds from 1st to Trent Ingham. Around they'll go. A few more spots of rain on the combox window. Down the inside at turn 1. I think that's Osborne's just picked up Josh McDonald at turn 4, I beg your pardon. So Osborne goes forward one more. McDonald back to 3rd. Looking down the inside. Look at the slipping and sliding and tiptoeing around. Turn 6, 7 and 8. No mistakes from Josh Bethune. 10 laps to run. Well in control, the 1NZ. You don't become 1NZ out of good luck. Great driving, Josh Bethune. 37.162 is the fastest time in this race so far. The next best is a 38.1, so that's a complete second quick. Josh Bethune. Rotax Max Heavy, proudly supported by Robert Cunningham Construction. Bethune's got a full length of the straight lead over the 57 of Elliot Osborne. Then it's the 75 of McDonald. Darren Walker in 4th place, the number 14. Then the 48 of Tahu. The 5 of Adam Bell in 6th place. The man from Tauranga. Sponsored by Kart Zone. The round will go. 38 seconds is the pace at the moment from Josh Bethune on the last lap. He crossed the line with 8 to go now. He's about to pick up the 69 of Brendan Hart in the next lap or two. So there's a full 5 seconds difference in lap time between the 69 of Hart and the 1 of Bethune. Osborne McDonald still having a scrap for 2nd place. Then we go back to 4th. There's Darren Walker in the number 14. Tahu now has got Adam Bell on the back bumper. Bell will be looking to put a move on whenever he gets a chance. Oh, bad exit. There goes Bell down the inside at 4. Bell's going to sneak through in front of Tahu, but it's a drag race out of 4. Tahu's going to win that battle. So Tahu retakes that place out of turn 4. Oh, big sideways there for the 75 of Josh McDonald out of turn 6. Walker all crossed up as well. So Bethune's picked up and passed the 69 of Brendan Hart. Bethune 37.4 last time by. The gap's officially 11.7 seconds and building for Josh Bethune out in front. 2nd place, the 57 still of Elliot Osborne. Being pressured by Josh McDonald. Well, McDonald just made a mistake out of 4. It gave some breathing room to Elliot Osborne. 6 to run for Josh Bethune. Then it's the 57 of Osborne across the line. Josh McDonald, the 75, still in 3rd. Darren Walker 4th in the 14 cart. No change in that order. Then it's the 48 of Tahu and the 5 of Adam Bell. That's your top 6. Next in the queue is Trent Ingham. That rain's sort of not quite falling at the moment. Robert Cunningham Construction, Rotax Max Heavy. Across the line goes Bethune. 2/3 race done. 5 to go. Brendan Hart just tiptoeing around turn 6 and 7. Those curbs are incredibly slippery. Trying to stay off them. Osborne looks over his right shoulder. You can see the 75 of McDonald right there. 37.182. That's only 2/100ths of a second slower from the fastest lap of the race for Bethune in lap 10. So some great times being posted by Josh Bethune. Blue flag being waved for some of our back markers about to get past. I think that's Brendan Hart about to get picked up by Elliot Osborne in the 57 cart. So Osborne just sneaks past the inside of Brendan Hart. Down into turn 1, Death Valley they'll go. Oh, McDonald all sideways in the braking area. A bit of a knit one, pearl one into turn 1. Gathers it all up. Can't quite get on the gas. Nice and straight out of there. Looks like Darren Walker in the number 14 cart back in 4th place is now under pressure a bit from Aaron Tahu, the 48 cart. Walker just struggling in these greasy conditions. Tahu's going to look to the inside at turn 4. Can't quite get the movement there. Tahu's trying to put pressure on the back of the 14 cart of Darren Walker, the man from Tokoroa. The local man, Aaron Tahu, looking to threaten the 4th place of Darren Walker. Here comes Tahu down the inside at turn 1. The 14 cart has to submit. Oh, Tahu just messes it up in the braking area. Walker regains and Bell sneaks past. Tahu filthy with himself for letting that opportunity slip by. Back up front, 2 laps to go this time for Josh Bethune as he crosses the line. Just 2 to run. 13 seconds is the gap from first to second the previous lap. Well, this battle heating up between Darren Walker, Adam Bell and Aaron Tahu as they're in behind the 69 of Brendan Hart. Hart gets out of the way. Here comes Adam Bell. He's going to put it down the inside at turn 1 of Darren Walker. He's going to pick up a spot. Adam Bell outbrakes himself though. Walker, the wily old fox, sneaks back up in front. So Walker hangs on to 4. Now Bell's gone back 2 spots. Tahu's picked him up as well. So your race order, Josh Bethune, 1 to go as he crosses the line. Then it's Elliot Osborne, Josh McDonald. Darren Walker still hanging on. Tahu's next in the queue in 5th place. Then it's 6th. Back to Adam Bell, the number 5 cart. Trent Ingham is 7th. But Bethune's given everyone a lesson on how to drive in Heat 1. The right kart's driver up into the final couple of corners before the final checkered flag. It's a Heat 1 race win for Josh Bethune, the 1NZ. What a great drive that was. We'll bring you the official gap when the others cross the line. So Josh Bethune, the 1NZ, picks up this first heat for Rotax Max Heavy. Second's going to be the 57 of Elliot Osborne as he crosses the line now. Then it's the 75 of Josh McDonald. Next in the queue, Darren Walker. Oh, it's a photo finish between Bell and Tahu. A little bit crossed up out of the corner, so Walker finishes 4th in the 14. Then it's Aaron Tahu, 5th place. Adam Bell will come home in 6th. 7th place, the number 28 of Trent Ingham. Kyle Simpson will pick up 8th in the 77 cart. Then we go back to the 52 of Shane Wilson in 9th. It looks like we lost Oliver Marquette and Brendan Hart. Not sure what happened there. So that's Heat 1 for Rotax Max Heavy, brought to you by Robert Cunningham Construction. A win for Bethune. We'll start provisional results in case there's any pushback, nose cone penalties, etc., etc. Those watching at home, hope you enjoyed that race. Bethune just stamped his authority on the field. 16.5 seconds was the ultimate gap from first to second. A great drive from the 1NZ of Josh Bethune. So up next, Vortex Rock DVS Senior. Love this category as well. Sponsored by Ingham Driven. So Trent Ingham Racing and Rotax Heavies just had Trent Ingham's race. 19 dealerships across Auckland, the Bay of Plenty, Hawke's Bay, Taupo and the Waikato. Quality brands, quality service from Ingham Driven. You're looking for a new or used vehicle. They've got 650 new and used vehicles. Let that sink in for a second. Across all the brands of Hyundai, Mitsubishi, Suzuki, Kia, Mercedes, Renault, Isuzu, Honda, Nissan, and of course any electric vehicle you might be interested in. Go and see the team at Ingham Driven. Walk up to Trent Ingham, cart 28 in the Heavies, introduce yourself, tell him you're looking for a new car. He'll sort you out. Big thanks to Trent. Always a big supporter of KartSport and always keen to sponsor classes and events. So massive thanks to Trent Ingham and the team at Ingham Driven. Vortex DVS Senior top qualifier, Kean Burt. Second place, the 99 of Blake Corrin from the Bay of Plenty. In third place, brother Mitchell Corrin in the 41. Then the North Island champ, Chris Cox, from actually the South Island. Chris Cox come all the way from Christchurch to run with us this weekend. Back in position 5, Ayrton Williams, alongside the 84 of Jack Amon from Taranaki. Then in row 4, we've got the 61 of Jake Young and Daniel McMillan from the Hawke's Bay. The 26 of Thomas Greer and Craig Frost, the 54 from Taranaki, will start from the 5th row. Just waiting for the rest of the field to condense up. We may not get a start this time around. Oh, we may well. Let's see what happens. Ingham driven. DVS Senior, 15 laps, led away by Kian Burt and Blake Corrin. Just come back from overseas. Some valuable experience. It looks like we're going to get a start. Lights out. They start to wind up the DVS engine into turn 1, Death Valley. Oh, Burt hanging on to the lead. So Burt are going to lead us through turn 1. 99 Blake Corrin, second place. Brother Mitchell in the 41 kart. Oh, the 84 of Amon. Big slide job. He's just put it on the grass. Got a bit keen into turn 2. Went in pretty hot. Ended up on the grass. Gathered it up back on the track, but lost a bunch of spots. Oh, first corner, Harry, Jack Amon. So Burt out in front. Then it's the 99 of Blake Corrin in second place. Third place is the 41 of Mitchell Corrin. Then it's Ayrton Williams, North Island champ Chris Cox. Then we go back to the 61 of Jake Young, the 84 of Jack Amon. Clubmate, the 54 of Frost. Amon trying to make some moves. Puts it down the inside of Chris Cox at turn 2. Amon's on a move. Just outbraked himself again at turn 2. Gathers it up though. So Cox recovers that position. And Jake Young as well. So Amon keen on the braking area, just not quite being able to pull it up in these tricky conditions. So Burt leads. Then it's Blake Corrin, Mitchell Corrin, the 41, the 46 of Ayrton Williams, North Island champ Chris Cox, the 61 of Jake Young, then it's Jack Amon, the 84. One more back to the 26 of, the 17 of Daniel McMillan, then Craig Frost, the 54, and Thomas Greer. Of course, Frost running the green Masters plates, that's for drivers over 50 years of age. The only master in this field, Craig Frost from Taranaki. Burt, then it's Corrin and Corrin. Ayrton Williams still in the 46 kart. Back to North Island champ Chris Cox, who's actually from the South Island. 12 to run here. Ingham driven, Rock DVS Senior. First round of the Rock Cup this weekend. So these guys will be looking for points to try and get themselves a ticket to the Grand Super Final in Italy in October this year. So a 5-round Rock Cup series in conjunction with KartStars as well. Amon just getting his ears boxed at turn 2 from the 17 of Daniel McMillan. Getting a hurry up. McMillan's going to look to the inside. Can he make it stick? McMillan out a bit wide. Amon crosses him over out of turn 4. It is still Kian Burt leading the 41 of Mitchell Corrin. Blake Corrin slipped back one to third place. Younger brother's going to take over for a couple of laps. Then it's the 46 of Williams, who looks racy. Williams looks racy in the number 4. 46 back in 4th place. Then it's back to the 61 of Jake Young. Chris Cox just slipped back one. The 84 of Amon, then in McMillan right around the outside of Amon's got the inside for turn 3. Amon gets the move. There's contact there between the two Tony Kart drivers. Here we go. They've lost another spot. Looks like Craig Frost is going to pick them both up as a result of that contact at turn 2 and 3. Burt still leads. 39.503, the fastest on track. 4th place, 46, Ayrton Williams. 39.314. Williams looks fast, leaning all that weight to the outside tyre round turn 2 to try and get as maximum traction as possible. Down the inside goes Williams. He's going to pick up another spot. That's Williams to 3. Gets crossed over though. But Williams going to try the drag race out on Blake Corrin. Oh, a bit of a serve there into turn 5. Burt still leads. Then it's Mitchell Corrin. Blake Corrin. Here comes Williams down the inside at Death Valley. So Williams is going to go through and take 3rd spot from Blake Corrin. Corrin argues the point. There's a bit of contact here. No love lost between the 99 and the 46 of Williams. Williams tries the outside run. There's more contact at turn 2. The gloves are off in 3rd place. Williams goes through to 3. Corrin back to 4. That's Blake Corrin in the 99 cart back to 4. Then it's the 61 of Jake Young. North Island champ Chris Cox. Daniel McMillan. Jack Amon. Craig Frost. And the 26 of Thomas Greer at the rear of field. 7 laps to go now. Kean Burt still in charge. Mitchell Corrin now the fastest on track. Fastest lap of the race. 38.690. That's the number 7 of Kean Burt out in front. Mitchell Corrin, the 41, still second. Then it's the 46 of Williams third. Mitchell Corrin takes over his fastest lap of the race with a 38.589. Track not really drying, but there's enough of a dry line. Passing's an issue. Offline. Laps winding down for Kean Burt, the number 7. Sponsored by Performance Industry and Supreme Kart Supplies. Long-time supporters of karting, those two companies. Big thanks to Jace at Performance Industry for always putting his hand in his pocket. If you're listening on the live stream, Jace, g'day. Hope you're well. So, your race order, the number 7, Kean Burt, the 41 of Mitchell Corrin in second place. Ayrton Williams now right on the back of Mitchell Corrin in third. The number 46, fastest lap of the race. Looking racy now, the 46. Out of Veloce Karting in Hamilton. Driving that Falcon chassis. Putting the pressure on the 41 of Mitchell Corrin. Also just come back from Bahrain last year. Raced in Italy as well, I believe. At the Rock Cup. Kean Burt not having it his own way. 1.5 seconds is the lead for Kean Burt. The Engine-driven Vortex DVS Senior. Williams made a little mistake out of 2. That gives a bit of breathing space to the 41 of Corrin. So 5 laps to run now for Kean Burt. Former national champion, 3-time national champion, and Rotax Max Jr. Then it's Mitchell Corrin, the 41 kart. The 46 of Ayrton Williams is third. 4th place, lonely drive for the 99 of Blake Corrin. Back in 5th, the 61 of Jake Young. Then it's the 17 of Daniel McMillan from Hawke's Bay, battling with the 84 of Jack Amon in 7th place. Chris Cox just not on the pace at the moment. The North Island champ slipped down to 8th. Craig Frost, our master, back in 9th place. And Thomas Greer rounds out the field of top 10. Laps continuing to wind down for Kean Burt. Fastest lap of the race, the 41 of Mitchell Corrin in 2nd place now. But Corrin up the ante. Got Williams breathing on his back bumper. The 46 of Williams looking for a way pass. Here at KartSport Auckland, City of Sales. Day 1, brought to you by Pool and Spa Maintenance Limited. Giltrap Group Raceway. Conditions still holding. 4 to go for Kean Burt. 35.776 the lap of the race for Kean Burt. But Ayrton Williams in 3rd place, the number 46. Now the fastest on the racetrack. Looking to find a way past the 41. There's a bit of slow traffic. That's going to play into the hands of Williams. Down to 4 they'll go. Oh, luckily the traffic just moved to one side. Thought Williams was going to sneak through down the inside, but the gap closed very quickly. Thomas Greer just not able to get out of the way in time. So Burt now leads with 2 to go from Mitchell Corrin, the number 41 in 2nd place. Then it's Ayrton Williams in 3rd, the number 46 kart. Even with that traffic, Williams is quicker than the other 2 that time around. This top 3's closed right up. Burt's going to have his hands full shortly as Williams and Corrin apply the blowtorch to the back of the number 7. Here it comes, folks. There's going to be a pass for the lead shortly up here at turn 5. Can Corrin get down the inside? Not close enough. It's going to be 1 to go this time around for Kean Burt. Here comes Corrin. Burt goes defensive into turn 1. Corrin's going to look to the outside. Williams is right there in case there's a mistake. Williams tries to put it down the inside. There's side-by-side contact. Burt gets shuffled back to 3. Corrin goes to the lead. Williams looks to the inside at 2. Can Williams pick up the lead of this race? Williams goes to the front. The 46 kart, now the leader from the 41 of Corrin, goes defensive into Clubhouse. Here comes Burt again. So Corrin round the outside of Williams. Corrin's now taken over the race lead. He's going to pick up heat 1. Down into the final turn they'll go. Corrin's going to lead from the 46 of Williams. Bert's going to have to settle for third place. What a good final to this race. Final lap to this race. Race win for Mitchell Corrin. It got a bit frenetic in the last lap. Put your hands together, folks. That was a great drive from the 41 of Mitchell Corrin. Second goes to Ayrton Williams. Kian Burt got monstered down at turn 1. Ended up back in third place, the number 7. Then we go back to the 99 of Blake Corrin in 4th. Jake Young in the 61 kart is 5th. Daniel McMillan comes home in 6th. Jack Amon, fastest lap of the race in the last lap. Maybe they missed the setup window on that 84 kart for Jack Amon. Chris Cox, your North Island champ, down in 8th position. Craig Frost in 9th in the 54 and Thomas Greer in 10th. Well, what a final lap that was. Hope you enjoyed that at home, folks. Provisional results, of course, we'll get the leadership team to have a look at that one and see what they reckon. But on track it was Corrin, Williams, Burt, Blake Corrin, Jake Young, Daniel McMillan, Jack Amon, Chris Cox, Craig Frost and Thomas Greer. First heat done and dusted for Ingham-driven Vortex DVS Senior. If that's the sign of things to come for the rest of the weekend, strap yourselves in, folks. Don't go anywhere. Next out the gate, International Kart Supplies, Rotax Max Jr. 32 karts in this one. Of course, proudly supported by International Kart Supplies. The man that runs Kart Supplies, International Kart Supplies, Matthew Kinsman, no stranger to karting in New Zealand. Won the Rotax Max Grand Final Bahrain last year, but was relegated to second place in a post-race penalty. But 18-time New Zealand title holder, 10 times New Zealand sprint titles, 9 North Island championships, 3 CIKs. He's the 4th equal all-time title holder on the New Zealand title holder list. Matthew Kinsman from International Kart Supplies, great engine builder, an excellent driver trainer, will help you with your kart setup, and of course the importer of the Sodi kart brand. So Matthew and Freya from International Kart Supplies, another expert in karting in New Zealand. If you want to go fast, go talk to Matty Kinsman at IKS. Tell him I sent you. Hopefully that doesn't work against you, but go and see Matty at International Kart Supplies. He can help you. So only a second separated the entire field at qualifying. Miles Baker, again your top qualifier, Rotax Max Jr. Second was Marco Manson. Again, in third place, Jamie Thompson, the North Island champion, will start from P3. Maxim Curran from P4. Row 3 is Amelia Phillips and Harrison Zhao. Row 4, the Charlie Jamison and Connor Brody pairing. From position 9, Scott McDonald, 97 of Carson Daly, will start from P10. Row 6 is Cy Finnemore and Zach Tucker from the South Island. Unusual to see Tucker that far down, former national champion Vortex Mini Rock. Row 7, Grayson Stowe, Cooper Inslee. Then row 8 is William Edmondson, Arian Lala. Row 9, Lachlan Tomlinson, Amelia Carter. Then it's Rocky Teen from 19th, Sam Wang from 20. Dylan Brang winner, Maya Forrest from row 11. Jack Phillips, Ethan Holland from row 12. Wilkinson and Barnes from 13th row. Then Jet Price, Jack Morris from row 14. Row 15, Ben Gormack and Campbell Owens. And from position 31, Finley White and Levi Mitchell from 32. International Kart Supplies, Heat 1, Rotax Max Jr. Watch this one, folks. Here we go, 15 laps. Watch Baker and Manson on the front row. Lights out, here we go. Oh, there's already a bit of hip and shoulder before they even get to turn 1. Round they go. Can we get through cleanly? Looks like the field's got right through. Baker's going to lead us into turn 2. Manson under pressure from the 19 of the North Island kart of Jamie Thompson. Oh, it's pretty crazy down through turns 3 and 4. But Baker's going to skip away. Someone's all locked up at turn 4, clubhouse corner. I can't see which kart that was from here. Whoever it is, they're sitting in 4th place. So Baker's going to lead us around for the first lap. Then it's Manson, the 69. Then Jamie Thompson. It was the 68 kart of Maxim Curran, all crossed up into turn 4. Down the inside. Looks like that's Amelia Phillips trying to get further forward. Zach Tucker's in there as well. There's Carson Daly. Harrison Zhao gives him a hurry up into turn 2. Tucker looks like he's on the ball. In the number 11 kart, already moved forward into 5th place from 12th. So great opening lap for the number 11 from the South Island, Zach Tucker, all the way from Christchurch. Been racing overseas. That experience will be invaluable for this weekend. Baker leads. Then it's Manson, Thompson, Kerwin, Tucker, Daly. Then the 13 in there of Charlie Jamison as well. Someone's lost a wheel up at Death Valley. That wheel's back rolling on the track. We'll get that off the track as soon as we can. I can't see which cart that is parked up on the grass at Death Valley, but he's lost a wheel. We'll get that wheel off the track so it's not a problem. Yellow flags being waved at turn 1. Let's hope they can pull that flag in and continue racing. I think that's the 39 of Cooper Inslee parked up on the grass. So Manson now leads. Well, we've lost Baker. Can't see Miles Baker out there. The number 88 cart. So Manson leads from Thompson. Maybe that's Baker that's parked up on the grass. So it's Manson leads Jamie Thompson. Then it's Maxim Kerwin, Zach Tucker, the number 11. Oh, Manson makes a mistake out of 4. That allows Jamie Thompson to sneak through in that Praga cart. So Thompson now taking over the race lead after a mistake at turn 4. Thompson leads Manson, then it's Tucker, Kerwin. The 97 of Daly's in there as well. I think that is the 88 of Baker that's lost the wheel up at turn 1. Can't see Cooper Inslee on the racetrack either. Round will go. Thompson still leading. Marco Manson through turn 4. Well, Zach Tucker's actually in second place now. Tucker's really on a charge. Zach Tucker, the fastest on the racetrack so far. The number 11, starting from down in 12th place, up to P2 already. Just get that cart moved from Death Valley. So it's Jamie Thompson, leads Zach Tucker. Then it's Kerwin, the 69 of Manson, down the inside at turn 2. Manson's going to pick up 3rd place. Kerwin back to 4. Daly is 5th in the 97. Then it's the 10 of Cy Finnemore up to P6. Harrison Zhao is 7th. Then Charlie Jamison. And Rocky Teen, the number 32 of Lucas Teen. Thompson got good pace. Tucker's got good pace as well in position 2 with 9 to run. International Kart Supplies, Rotax Max Jr. Round through turn 2, our race leader, the North Island champ, Jamie Thompson, just starting to stretch away from Zach Tucker. 32.4, 2 tenths quicker that time round for the North Island champ, Jamie Thompson. Of course, a local from here, sponsored by Drive Shafts New Zealand. Just through the field, the top 10, Thompson, Tucker. Then it's Manson, the 68 of Kerwin. 97 of Daly in 5th place. Cy Finnemore, Harrison Zhao, Rocky Teen. Then the 13 of Charlie Jamison and Amelia Phillips from the Manawa 2. Rounds out your top 10, the first of our flying females. Next one back is Maya Forrest, another one of our female racers in position 11 in the 99 cart. Then we go back to Scott McDonald, Arian Lala. Slipping through the field, not sure what's happened to Lala. Normally very quick. The 7 run for Thompson as he crosses the line. Then it's Zach Tucker in 2nd place. Marco Manson still 3rd. Only 9 tenths separates 1 and 2, but there's nothing between 2 and 3 and 4. Manson and Kerwin having a good old scrap. A little lonely drive back in 5th place. Fastest lap of the race, Jamie Thompson, 32.454. Field starting to spread right out now. International Kart Supplies, Rotax Max Jr. Jamie Thompson, the North Island champion, continuing to circulate. Pumping out great times within a tenth of each other. Oh, around the outside, Manson looks to the outside at turn 2. Manson and Kerwin having a good old ding-dong. Oh, but a bit of sportsmanship there, or gamesmanship I should say, between Kerwin and Manson. It might be a trip to the principal's office for that, I think. What do I know? Then it's the 97 of Carson Daly in 5th place. We go back one more to Cy Finnemore. Then it's the 4 of Phillips. Rocky Teen, one further back. There's a black and white for the 18, for card 18, which is Ben Gormack from Christchurch. Got the naughty boy flag. Phillips looks to the inside at turn 2. A bit of side-on-side action. with Cy Finnemore. So Phillips charging forward. The young lady from the Manawatu got the bit between the teeth, got an arm out for the cart number 8. Looks like that's the end of the race for Ethan Holland from the Hawke's Bay. Partner just signalling for faster carts to get through, so allows Thompson to sneak through. Then it's Zach Tucker. Thompson growing that gap to 1.5 seconds from first to second place. Maximum Kerwin still sitting in third. Then it's the 69 of Max and the 97 of Daly. The big movers, the number 4 of Amelia Phillips. Started from 5th position. Now Phillips got boxed earlier in the race, back up to 6th. Oh, it's getting congested through turn 2. Got a couple of carts here. I think it's the 98 of Tombilson. Under a bit of pressure. There's a bit of ducking and diving, zigging and zagging going on. Down into Clubhouse corner. 3 wide out of Clubhouse. You don't normally see that here at KartSport Auckland. Black and white flag for cart 81. That's Kobe Barnes. There's a fair bit of action here. The ice cream headache for those in the stewards room sorting this out after this race. They're back to the lead. Jamie Thompson still leading from Zach Tucker. Was 1.5 seconds last time by. Cart coming on great for Jamie Thompson. 1.9 and 2 seconds. Your top 10 is Thompson, Tucker, Kerwin, Manson, Phillips, Daly, Finnemore, Zhao, Phillips and Rocky Teen in the number 32 cart. Next one back, the 33 is Scott McDonald, then Maya Forrest. The 22 of Sam Wang is 13th. Here we go, 3 by 3 into turn 1. Who's going to give here? Oh, it's good driving. Last lap board comes out now for our race leader, Jamie Thompson. He's only got 658 metres to run in this first heat for Rotax Max Jr. Proudly supported by International Kart Supplies. Maya Forrest under pressure now from the 22 of Sam Wang. Wang's going to put it down the inside of Death Valley. Picks up another spot. Forrest goes back to 13th place. Up and down the field. Some great racing. But here comes our race leader. Jamie Thompson, the North Island champ's going to pick up race 1. Second's going to go to Zach Tucker. Third will be the 68 of Maxim Kerwin. Amelia Phillips got herself up to 4th place. That's a great drive, the number 4. Marco Manson's going to come home in 5th in the 69. 6th place is the 97 of Carson Daly. Jack Phillips in the 17 cart comes home in 7th. Cy Finnemore will be 8th in the number 10. The 82 of Harrison Zhao will be 9th. And in top 10, the number 32 of Lucas or Rocky Teen. Then it's Sam Wang, the number 22. Scott McDonald, Maya Forrest, Aaron Lala in the 46 cart in 14th place. Just struggling with that cart a bit in this heat. Charlie Jamison will be 15th. Then Dylan Brangwin, Kobe Barnes, Jackson Wilkinson, Jet Price and Ben Cormack's your top 20. Well, how important will that race win be for Jamie Thompson? International Kart Supplies, Rotax Max Jr. Great move there from Zach Tucker. Come from 12th place to 2nd. Tricky conditions as well. Track just sort of semi-dry. Of course, everyone on a brand new tyre for this event. Still trying to get their head around this tyre to see how it performs. We move on. Next in the queue, 100% Extreme Appliances, Rotax DD2. Proudly supported by 100% Albany Extreme Appliances up in the Albany Mega Centre. Kitchen, laundry, TV and audio, tech, small appliances, beds, whatever you need up next to Mitre 10 Mega in Albany is 100% Albany Extreme Appliances. Peter Hill and the team will look after you. Tell them I sent you up there to get a good deal. So moving right on, Rotax DD2. On track we've got our photographer Bella Tahu wandering around taking photos. So again, pole sitter Josh Bethune, the number 32 cart, alongside the protagonist Darren Walker in the 3NZ cart. Daniel Mayle will start from position 3, the 88. That's a great qualifying for Daniel Mayle. Him and Kevin Storr scored exactly the same qualifying time of 29.144. That's quite rare to get to exactly the same time. Daniel Mayle gets the flip of the coin because his next best time was faster than Kevin Storr, so Daniel Mayle will start from P3. The 54 of Kevin Storr from P4. Matt McBride will start out of P5 in the 24 kart. Max Donnelly from P6 in the number 25. The 66 of Glenn Ellis will start from position 7. We see Miles Baker heading back to the pits in the old tripod kart, missing a wheel, shot off at Death Valley. Number 88, he'll be disappointed at a DNF in the first heat for DVS Junior. Now is a DNF for Rotax Max Junior. The Vikram Singh will start from position 8. Craig Cook from position 9, the number 16. Then the 49 of Tim Wakefield. Mark Taylor will start from 11. Alongside will be the 73 of Darren Johnson. And from rear of field, the 43 of Cam Hill. A Rotax DD2. Got the Bombardier 125 engine in them. 2-speed gearbox. All up with the driver. 173 kilos, so it's a bit of a missile when it's firing around the track at full speed. Bethune Walker again on the front row. Out the gate we go, Rotax DD2. Proudly supported by 100% Extreme Appliances. The black and white plate for those wondering at home on the number 32 kart. That's from the Top Half Series. The current Top Half Series champion, Joshua Bethune. The number 32 kart. The 3NZ of Darren Walker running the 3 plate. The green number plates denote our masters, so it's drivers over 50 years of age. So anyone running a green number plate this weekend, 2 masters in this field, so they're drivers that are over 50 years of age. Just remember, tonight there's a giveaway by Racer Products of a brand new Bell helmet in the club rooms, a bunch of tool shed equipment, and 2 sets of tyres this weekend for senior, and 2 sets for juniors, proudly donated by KartSport New Zealand. And there's a sausage in the club rooms afterwards, a free sausage. Come down and have a gas bag, relive the day's racing in the club rooms tonight. All those giveaways, you've got to be there to win it. So make sure you're there if you want to win yourself a beautiful Bell helmet from Racer Products. DD2 about to ignite here at KartSport Auckland, Giltrap Group Raceway. Rain's just abated at the moment. All eyes on the DD2 field, led away by Josh Bethune and Darren Walker. Daniel Mayle, first of our masters, qualifying P3. That's a great effort. Alongside the 54 of Kevin Storr. These guys are exactly the same pace in qualifying. Lights out, here we go. Another great start from Josh Bethune. Going to lead us into Death Valley for the first time. Walker slots into second place. Mayle still hanging on to third. Then it's the 24 of Matt McBride right around the outside. Can McBride hang on to third place? McBride picks up P3. Mayle back to 4. So Matt McBride, great start around the outside at turn 2. Now going to put pressure on the back of Darren Walker. Here comes Matt McBride. Look at that down the inside. Matt McBride goes to P2. Walker back to 3. So it's the 32 of Bethune. Leads Matt McBride in the number 24 kart. Then it's Darren Walker, the 3NZ. Daniel Mayle in the 88 kart will be 4. Then it's Kevin Storr. Here comes Max Donnelly down the inside of Storr. Donnelly disposes for Storr. So Donnelly up to 5. Storr back to 6. Then it's Craig Cook in the 16 kart. Glenn Ellis in the 66 hiding in there as well. Oh, Bethune under pressure. Mac McBride, oh man, on a mission. McBride's going to take over the race lead. Here comes Bethune's going to argue the point down into turn 1. There's a black and white for kart 16. McBride got the bit between his teeth. Down the inside, Bethune closes the door into turn 2. What a good scrap this is on the opening couple of laps. So Bethune holding off Matt McBride, who's got massive pace. Then the number 24 kart. Just need to settle into their rhythm a bit. Hard on the brakes. They've got front brakes into turn 5 and 6. McBride still pressuring the back of the 32 kart. Here comes McBride down the inside. McBride's going to take over the race lead again from Josh Bethune. Closes the door on exit. McBride leads. Bethune's going to look to the outside at turn 2. Can he cross him over? McBride's up to it. Closes the door, so McBride leads. Bethune down into the clubhouse again. Bethune goes shallow to look to the inside. Can't get through McBride. Great driving, Matt McBride. Got Bethune breathing down your neck. Then it's Darren Walker in third place. Daniel Mail still 4. Bethune to the inside again. The lead's going to change again. McBride lets him go. Looks for the crossover. They're going to go around the outside. Great driving here at turn 2. McBride to the outside. Walker looks down the inside. Can't make it happen. McBride's got all his attention focused on Bethune in P1. Fastest on the racetrack is the 43 at Cameron Hill down in 7th place. While these guys duke it out at the front. That field's compressed right up. So Bethune, McBride in 2nd place. Darren Walker 3rd in the 3NZ kart. Then it's Daniel Mail, Kevin Storr. I beg your pardon, it's the 43 of Hill, then Kevin Storr. Round we go again, 100% appliance. Extreme Appliances. Rotax DD2 turning it on here. If you're watching this at home, it doesn't get much more exciting than this race. So still 9 laps to run for Bethune. Looks over his right shoulder, knows McBride's there. The 24 of McBride hanging in on the back of Bethune. Then it's Darren Walker, the 3NZ. The 88 of Mail, then Cam Hill. Cam Hill all locked up into turn 2. Big serve on the back of Daniel Mail. Kevin Storr hanging in there in position 6, the 54 kart. Then it's Donnelly, the 25. Craig Cook, Vikram Singh, Ellis Wakefield, Taylor and Darren Johnson. 8 to go. Bethune, McBride, Walker, Mail, Cameron Hill, Kevin Storr, Max Donnelly. Then it's the 16 of Craig Cook in 8th place. Matt McBride not letting Josh Bethune get away. In fact, McBride was quickest on the racetrack that time around in 2nd place. No time for complacency for the 32 of Joshua Bethune, the current top half champion. Across the line they'll come with 7 to go. Halfway through the race now. Field's starting to spread out. But the top 3 are going to take it down to the wire. Bethune, McBride, Walker, Cam Hill. Then it's the 88 of Mail, Kevin Storr, the 54 kart, sitting back there in 6th place. Max Donnelly is 7th, Craig Cook 8, Vikram Singh 9, and Glenn Ellis, the 66 kart, in 10th place. Can't take my eyes off the front of this field with 6 to run. Don't want to blink in case I miss something up the front of this pack. Keep an eye on this race, folks. If you've got nothing to do, come and watch this last closing laps of this DD2 race. 6 to go. Hope you're enjoying this at home on the live stream. So Matt McBride, Glen Eden Auto Electrical sponsored driver, and the number 24 jumped out of the blocks. Started from P5, now up to 2nd place. Darren Walker from Tokoroa in 3rd. Current 3NZ, then it's the 43 of Cameron Hill in that cosmic kart. So Bethune pinning his ears back. Just built a little bit of a lead, 3/10 of a second over Matt McBride. McBride's kart was wickedly faster in the opening couple of laps. Just seems to have lost a little bit of pace near the end of this race. So 4 to go now for the 32 of Josh Bethune. Then the 24 of McBride. So the gap officially 6/10 of a second from 1st to 2nd. Then another 3/10 back to Darren Walker. Cameron Hill in 4th place. Kevin Storr still 5th, then Daniel Mail in the 88 kart, one of our masters. 3 left for Bethune. 29.296 last time by. 29.3 For the front two, very, very similar lap times, 4/1000ths of a second between them. And Walker just a tenth slower than McBride, back in third place. Still Cameron Hill fourth, Kevin Storr fifth. Then one of our masters, Daniel Mayle, in sixth place, the number 88. 2 to go this time. 100% Extreme Appliances, Rotax DD2. Top qualifier, Josh Bethune, leading this race. Matt McBride started from P6. P5, I beg your pardon. Now up to second place. Josh just posted the fastest lap of the race now, 29.190. The cart set up just perfect for Josh Bethune. 1 to go for our race leader. Heat 1 for Rotax DD2, proudly supported by 100% Extreme Appliances in Albany. McBride just dropped off the pace of Bethune. 29.131, fastest lap of the race for Josh that time. It's going to come home convincingly in the end. It was a good scrap early, but it's going to be a race 1 win for DD2 for Josh Bethune. Hands together, folks. What a great drive. Second will go to the 24 of Matthew McBride. The 3 of Darren Walker will come home in third place. Then in fourth is the 43 of Cameron Hill. Fifth will be the 54 of Kevin Storr. Then Daniel Mayle, our master, will come home in sixth place, the 88 cart. Max Donnelly in seventh. The 16 of Cook will be 8th. The 66 of Alice 9. Vikram Singh will come home 10th in the 55 cart. Tim Wakefield 11. Mark Taylor 12th. And Darren Johnson, the 73 cart, home in 13th place. Well, great start to DD2 campaign this weekend for Josh Bethune. Thought it was going to go right down to the wire, but Bethune managed to find some pace at the latter end of this race and just drive away a little bit. Up next, one of my favourites, the KZ2s, the big bangers as I call them. Fascinating category. Hugely entertaining, the KZ2s. The only class without pushback nose cones. So generally the boys get their elbows out, which is great to watch. Top qualifier, Graham Smythe. Took it to the young guys and out-qualified to the 1NZ of Jay Irwin and the 3NZ of Josh Parkinson. So Graham Smythe's going to start from P1 alongside the 1NZ of Jay Irwin, the youngster, been racing overseas of late, Jay Irwin, with great success. He's a real talent. Jay Irwin and a star in the making. Youngest ever KZ2 winner in this country at the Nationals last year in Palmerston North. So from position 3, the 3NZ of Josh Parkinson, another hard charger in the Sodi cart. Then we go back to another youngster in 4th, the number 10 of Emerson Vincent. From row 3, we've got Jacob Cranston out of the Manawatu, alongside one of our KartSport board members, Regan Hall, the 93. Row 4 is the 31 of Luke Thompson and the 92 of Donovan Gray. Oscar Jackson will start from P9, alongside another young flyer, Nathan Krang in the 62. Blake Corrin will start from position 11 in the 99. Jason Lee, the 45 cart, will start out of P12. Raymond Malin way down in 13th. You wouldn't expect to see Raymond Malin sitting in 13th position. But there he is, the number 34 cart, then alongside the number 5 of Michael Adolf. Mitchell Corrin will start from P15. Chris Cox from P16. Row 9 is the 18 of David Malcolm, then Miles Finley alongside the number 6. Andrew Grant will start from position 19. Jay Murray, an Australian driver, will start from position 20. And from position 21 is the 16 of George Sampson. Can't wait for KZ2. We've lost one already. I'm not sure who that is. It's one of the Sodi carts. Can't see which driver that is from here, but that is not going to take any part in this first heat. I think it's the 16 of Sampson. For standing start, KZ2. These things are capable of 130 k's an hour into Death Valley. Come and watch this one, folks. It's always entertaining watching KZ2. Proudly brought to you by Danny Gelb Employment Law Advocacy. The Employment Law Specialist, Danny Gelb. The phone going forward to KZ2. Big thanks to Danny Gelb, former president of Mount Wellington Kart Club. The Stun Racing number 70, Rotax Max Light, Henry Gelb. Always sponsoring at these events. Danny Gelb, Employment Law Advocacy. If you've got employment law issues, pick up the phone. 0800 Help Me is the number. Graham Smythe outperforming the youngsters in qualifying. Can he hang on through the heats? You can guarantee Jay Irwin, Vincent and Parkinson are going to take it to Goob out in front. Just going to move that kart from turn 5. So it's out of the way. 5, 6 and 7. 7 the last corner before the front straight again down to turn 1 Death Valley. Graham Smythe, long-time campaigner in KZ2. Normally we see Matthew Kinsman and Daniel Bray in this category, but not for this weekend. Smythe and Irwin, what a great front row that is. The second row is pretty good as well with Parkinson and Vincent. Then we go back to Cranston, another long-time campaigner in KartSport New Zealand, multiple kart champion, the number 9. We'll wait till, we've got someone waving their arms at the back here. Not sure what's going on there. Someone's out, that's the 41. They're going to send him round again. That's the 41 stalled, I think, Mitchell Corrin. Going to try and push start that kart and get it going. Oh, I managed to get it restarted. Not sure if that means he'll go to the rear or not. Let's find out what the officials do. So they go around one more time. Corrin may have to go to rear of field. Not sure what the rules are for standing starts.